I just want to see, I just want to see the light. I just want to see, I just want to see the light. I just want to see, I just want to see the light. I just want to see the light. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I decided to do a drugstore look for you guys. I used nothing but drugstore makeup for my face. Not the eyes, just strictly for my face. I wanted to show you guys my current drugstore routine. The only thing not drugstore in this video is my concealer because I ran out of my drugstore one that I usually use. So bear with me with that. But other than that, this full face is drugstore. And I feel like you can create a really pretty high-end look using drugstore products. Paying half the cost as you would pay with the high-end products. I feel like they're just as great for less price. So if you guys want to see my current drugstore foundation and face routine, then keep on watching and let's go ahead and get started. So the first drugstore product I recommend is the Neutrogena Hydra Boost Moisturizer. This moisturizer is amazing. I love using it. It hydrates my skin without it leaving my skin oily. This is also compared to the Belief Aqua Bomb moisturizer from Sephora. To me, they compare really good. This is pretty much a dupe for it. The Aqua Bomb is around $25 to $30. This is $16, I believe, at the drugstore. I purchased mine at Walmart. So it's definitely way cheaper and I feel like it does the same exact thing. So this Hydra Boost is really good. I already hydrated my face with this, so I let it sit and dry before I put my foundation on. Also, I love using this Neutrogena Hydra Boost Gel Cream. This is for your under eyes. This hydrates your under eyes and makes them look less puffy. So I really like these two together. So now the drugstore primer that I love to use is the NYX No Filter. This is the blurring primer. I think it works very well. I would say that this primer is compared to the Smashbox one. It comes in this really light color, but of course the color goes away. It's not like your skin's gonna be this color, but it definitely fills in your pores, makes your skin look smooth. And for NYX products, you can get in the drugstore section at Ulta, or you can get the NYX at Target as well. So I have actually two favorite drugstore foundations. The first one is my first love with Maybelline. This is the Maybelline Fit Me, of course. This foundation is very well known. It is so good. It is medium to full coverage. I like the wear. I'm in the shade 220 Natural Beige. I love the wear of this foundation and I have no complaints with this whatsoever. This foundation is for normal to oily skin. I would say I have a combination of both. So this foundation works very well for me and I grab this all of the time. And then another foundation that I've been loving lately, it is a new foundation from Maybelline. This is the 24-hour foundation. This is full coverage. I am in the shade 128 Warm Nude, and this foundation, everybody has been raving about this foundation. And then I tried it for myself and the coverage is amazing for drugstore. So I've been really liking this. It covers all of my acne spots and any discoloration that I have on my face. It covers it super well. From Nikki Tutorials, she compared this to the Huda Beauty foundation. I have not tried the Huda Beauty foundation, but she compared it to be almost exact. So I went ahead and just bought the drugstore version. And today I'm going to be applying this foundation with this Maybelline sponge. If you've guys seen my favorites video, which I'll post in one of the end cards above, If you guys watched that video, you guys know that this is my favorite drugstore sponge. It's black, it's nice and soft. It's cheap, it's like $5 at the drugstore. Again, this is by Maybelline. So I'm gonna be applying my foundation with this sponge. And I don't know, my favorite drugstore line is obviously Maybelline and NYX. But the majority of drugstore products that I use is, of course, Maybelline. So you'll be seeing that a lot in this video. So what I like to do is just pump it on the back of my hand. And this foundation is very thick, as you can see. And then what I like to do is I like to just use the bottom of this and just kind of tap it in, grab some product, and go in. As you can see right off the bat, it is covering everything. And the finish is just like, it's just flawless. I feel like you can get away with this foundation and people think that it's high-end foundation because of how good the coverage is, and it just makes your skin look flawless. So it just covered up everything. Now I have noticed that this foundation does oxidize a little bit, but not too bad. Not like a whole different color shade. And it also dries very quickly, so you want to work with it very quickly. So don't like just let it sit on your skin and forget about it, because it will like dry up fast. So as soon as you put it on your skin, I would blend it out as fast as you can. I mean, you don't have to be like, you know, but just make sure that you blend it out really good. So here is the finish of the foundation. I love, love, love the coverage on this. It just makes my skin look flawless and hides everything. So now I'm going to be concealing. Unfortunately for concealer, I do not have a drugstore concealer, but the one that I would recommend is the Maybelline Age Rewind. That one is very, very good, and also the Maybelline Fit Me one that goes with this foundation. So for this video, I'm just going to use the normal concealer that I always use, and that is the Tarte Tape Shape. Again, I'm so sorry I don't have the concealer. I was going through all my drugstore makeup and I was like, dang it, I don't have a concealer. So I'm gonna go ahead and just apply this concealer. I'm gonna go ahead and take this side of the sponge and we're gonna go ahead and blend that out. Now we're gonna get into baking, and what I love to use is the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder. I am in the shade 10, Fair Light. They have light, this one, and then a medium color, well actually a light medium, and I believe like a dark tan color. So yeah, I'm in shade 10. This powder has changed my life. I have used this instead of using the Laura Mercier powder. That powder can be a very pricey powder to bake with, so whenever I ran out, I just picked this one up to try, and I've been loving it. Also, I watch Nikki tutorials a lot, as you can tell. She raved about this in one of her videos, and she says that she cannot put this down, and usually anything that she uses I trust. So when I was at the drugstore, you know, I ran out of powder from Laura Mercier. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give this a try, and I have stuck with this ever since. I cannot put this down. I use it all of the time, and it makes my under eyes look so smooth and flawless. Don't get me wrong, I love Laura Mercier powder. I believe it's one of the best and top powders to bake with, but this one for drugstore, I feel like it is so close in comparison with that powder. It does the same effect, so I really highly recommend this powder. So what I do is I just dip my sponge in this powder. Another thing about this powder is it's so finely melded. It's so soft. I love the way this sets. And I just dab it right on top. You don't want to like swipe it. I like to just dab it. That way your concealer and your foundation don't move. That's one thing that I feel like some people do wrong, is when they swipe it underneath their eyes, it could tend to move the concealer. So I wouldn't swipe. Just everywhere that I put concealer, I like to put the powder on. Then I also like to put powder around my nose, because sometimes it creases a lot in the cracks of my nose. So I'll put extra there. And I'll let that bake for a couple minutes, not too long. I don't like to leave it on very long. So after I let it sit for a little bit, I'm gonna take a fluffy brush and I'm just going to wipe away that powder. And then I also like to take whatever's left on the lid. I like to swirl and tap off the excess. And then I just like to go over my full face just to set everything in place. And this especially helps if you are oily. You definitely want to set your full face with powder. It's going to not make your makeup so greasy and oily looking and shiny. If you like a matte look, I would definitely set your makeup with this powder. It's really good. Now that we're finished with baking, I'm gonna go ahead and bronze up the face. And my favorite drugstore bronzer is the NYX. This is the Matte Bronzer. This is compared to the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. It doesn't smell like chocolate, but it's pretty similar to it, and it's definitely way cheaper. So here's the comparison. So yeah, I use these bronzers like crazy. I love them. We're gonna go ahead and bronze up the face using this NYX bronzer. And then to contour my nose, I just take the same powder with a little angled fluffy brush. I dip a little bit in there, and then I just contour a little bit. And I also like to take a little bit more of the Fit Me powder, take my sponge, dip it into the powder a little bit, and then we're gonna just clean up this contour bronzer. What I like to do is just take my brush that I wiped it away with, just a fluffy brush that you could blend. I just take this, I don't leave it on too long, and I just wipe it away. And then I also go over the contour just so that way it's nice and blended looking. So we're gonna do this side too, and then just kind of like dab over that. And then I also go over it on my nose so that way it's not leaving any lines behind. You want to make sure it's all blended. So now for blush, what I like to use is the e.l.f. blush. Their blushes are really good. This one is called Candid Coral. It's a pretty nude blush that has a coral finish to it, and it also has a little bit of shimmer in it, not too much, but this one is so pretty and it's very cheap and affordable. So I just like to pop that right on top of the contour. And what I like about this is it gives a very like nude finish, not too pigmented, which I like because sometimes I don't like a lot of blush. It gives a very subtle look, which I like because I don't like it to be so much blush. I don't know, I just don't like a very strong blush. Now for highlighting, my favorite highlighter from the drugstore is by Maybelline. This is the Maybelline Master Chrome, and this is in the shade Molten Gold. This gold shade is perfect for my skin tone. They came out with another one recently, which I've been wanting to pick up, but I haven't been to the store in a while to pick it up, but it is the new rose gold color. I've been wanting to try that one out too because this one is so great. So I figured that the other one that they just came out with would be great also. So this one I cannot put down. I've been using this one non-stop. I don't know, it just is the perfect highlighter for me. It's very affordable. It's only like $8 at the drugstore. And look at that already. Just so pigmented, so blinding. It goes very well with any skin tone. I feel like it's not too yellow gold. It's more of in the middle. It's kind of, I don't know how to describe it, but it's not too yellow gold, if you know what I mean. Because you know, some of those yellow golds you can't really use on fair skin tones. And I feel like this one you can get away with using if you're very light, because it's not going to give you that yellow golden look on your face. It's going to give you that nice natural color gold look that fits every skin tone, if that makes any sense. As soon as they came out, I went and got this and I was so surprised how pigmented it was. And then I put a little bit on the chin. And then I also use this for the corners of my eyes, which I did put on a little bit already, but I'm gonna put on a little bit more just to make it really pop. And then after I highlight, I just go in with a setting spray. I don't have a drugstore setting spray because I've never found one that I liked. So I'm just using the regular one that I use, the All Nighter Urban Decay. And set that. And then what I like to do is I like to take my sponge right after I spray and I just dab right on top just to make it sink into your skin so it doesn't look powdery. It's just a little trick that I like to use, and it just makes your skin look so nice and blended, and it feels like your natural glow because you just sunk that into your skin instead of it looking powdery and sitting on top. It just kind of makes it blend very well into your skin. So that's why I like to do that. And now moving on to lips, I'm gonna go ahead and line my lips with the NYX Suede pencil. And this is a matte lip pencil. It is in the color Sandstorm. I love NYX lip liners. They are so good, so creamy. They're very compared to the MAC lip liners. And I'm gonna go ahead and line my lips. Also, I love to line my lips with a little bit darker color, and then I like to go in with a lighter lip color. So for the Drugstore lipstick that I'm going to be using today is by Maybelline. This is in the color 655 in Darling Nude. This is part of their matte nude collection. And that's what it looks like. If it will focus. And I'm going to go ahead and put that on. You can tell I love a lot of Maybelline products, all the way down to their lipstick. So you can leave it matte like this, or you can put a gloss on top. And my favorite gloss, of course, again, is Maybelline. This is their Hot Vivid Lacquers. These glosses are so pigmented, so glossy. They're not sticky. They are my all-time favorite lip gloss from the Drugstore. And I love the applicator. And so I'm going to put this right on top. You can use this by itself without putting a lipstick underneath. I just wanted to be extra. And bam, look at how much gloss and shine that gave. And I feel like they just make my lips look more voluptuous. And yeah, I just love how not sticky they are. The pigment is so good. You guys have to try this lip gloss, I'm telling you, and it's only like $7 at the drugstore. It is so affordable and it's very good. So that is it for this drugstore look. I hope you guys really enjoyed my drugstore face routine. Go try out some of these products. They're really great and affordable, especially Maybelline. You definitely have to try that line if you haven't even tried Maybelline at all. Definitely try it. I'll try to do more drugstore videos. I want to kind of explore more drugstore makeup for you guys, because it seems like I only try Maybelline and NYX and stuff like that. So I kind of want to try different products, like maybe L'Oreal or whatever you guys think I should try. Comment down below. And yeah, that is it for this video. Please subscribe, like, if you guys want to see more of me. Please hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!